Incheon Airport erupts as BTS arrives safely from Portugal, sending waves across Korea and the world. The moment the aircraft from Portugal touched down on Korean soil, a quiet expectation turned into an uncontrollable surge of emotion. BTS had arrived safely. No grand announcement, no official live stream, no carefully timed press release. Yet within minutes, the atmosphere at Incheon International Airport shifted dramatically, as if the air itself had sensed something historic was unfolding. What was meant to be a discreet arrival became one of the most talked-about airport moments in recent memory, with crowds tightening, cameras lifting, and security scrambling to keep order as BTS stepped back into Korea. The news spread not through official channels, but through whispers, movement, and sudden flashes of cameras. Staff at the terminal noticed it first, then reporters, then fans. The quiet arrival from Portugal transformed into a scene charged with anticipation, emotion, and chaos. Incheon Airport, known for its efficiency and calm precision, found itself momentarily overwhelmed by the sheer gravity of BTS's presence. BTS's return from Portugal had been kept deliberately low profile. There were no advance schedules shared publicly, no confirmation posts, and no visible effort to draw attention. And yet that silence only intensified the impact. In an age where every move is tracked, the absence of information became the loudest signal of all. Fans sensed it, media sensed it, and when the members finally appeared moving steadily through the terminal, the reaction was instantaneous. Eyewitnesses described a sudden tightening of space as reporters rushed forward, lenses colliding, microphones raised high above heads. Security personnel formed barriers on the move, adjusting positions in real time as the crowd density increased. The word "Rika," chaotic, spread rapidly across social platforms as clips and images emerged showing packed walkways, overlapping voices, and the tense effort to maintain safe passage. Despite the intensity of the scene, one fact stood firm above all else: BTS had arrived safely. After a long flight from Portugal, the members appeared calm, composed, and focused, even as the environment around them grew louder and more compressed. Their presence alone was enough to shift the emotional temperature of the entire terminal. Every step they took felt magnified, every movement analyzed, every glance captured. What made this arrival especially striking was its contrast. There was no performance, no stage lighting, no choreography, just BTS walking through an airport, and yet the reaction rivaled that of a stadium concert. This was not about spectacle, it was about meaning. BTS returning to Korea after time abroad symbolized far more than travel. For fans, it marked continuity, reassurance, and a sense of grounding after weeks filled with speculation and distance. The Portugal trip itself had been surrounded by curiosity. While details remained tightly controlled, fans knew the members had been overseas together, fueling endless discussions about preparation, reflection, and future plans. Their return to Korea immediately reignited those conversations, now layered with visual proof and real-time reactions. The airport became the first stage of this new chapter, even if unintentionally. As BTS moved through Incheon Airport, their outfits alone sparked global discussion. Simple, understated, practical, yet unmistakably BTS. No effort to stand out, yet impossible to ignore. This balance has always defined their public image, and it was on full display during this arrival. Cameras zoomed in, social feeds exploded, and within moments, BTS Incheon began trending across multiple regions. Security officials worked quickly to stabilize the situation. Temporary routes were adjusted, personnel increased, and communication intensified as they guided the members forward. The challenge was not hostility but overwhelming attention. Fans wanted to see them. Media wanted confirmation shots. Everyone wanted a moment. And that collective desire compressed into narrow corridors, creating the chaotic scenes now circulating worldwide. Yet even amid the noise and crowding, there were moments of quiet humanity. Observers noted small gestures, calm expressions, and a steady pace maintained by the members. There was no visible panic, no disruption in their demeanor. Their calmness seemed to ripple outward, gradually easing the tension as they progressed through the terminal. It was a reminder of their experience, their discipline, and their understanding of the weight they carry simply by existing in public. The lack of prior publicity has become one of the most discussed aspects of this arrival. Why was it kept so quiet? Why no announcement, no warning, no controlled media schedule? Questions poured in immediately, each theory feeding the next. Some speculated it was a security decision. Others believed it was intentional, a way to minimize disruption. Ironically, the silence achieved the opposite effect, turning curiosity into urgency and urgency into chaos. Online, reactions split into multiple emotional streams. Relief dominated first. Fans around the world expressed happiness knowing BTS had landed safely after their long journey. Messages of gratitude flooded timelines, thanking them for returning well, wishing them rest, and expressing pride. Alongside that relief came concern, as videos of the crowded airport circulated. Many questioned whether enough precautions had been taken and urged for better protection in the future. Media outlets moved quickly, analyzing every frame, every angle, every detail visible in the footage. The narrative solidified rapidly. BTS's safe arrival had turned Incheon Airport into a temporary epicenter of global attention. And unlike planned events, this moment felt raw, unfiltered, and real. That authenticity only amplified its impact. What stands out most in retrospect is how effortlessly BTS continues to command attention without trying to. There were no statements, no gestures to provoke reaction. Simply their arrival was enough to disrupt routine, dominate headlines, and spark worldwide discussion. This is a level of influence rarely seen, and it raises important questions about how public spaces adapt to cultural phenomena of this scale. Incheon Airport has hosted countless global figures, world leaders, and celebrities. Yet moments like this reveal how unique BTS's position truly is. Their connection with the public transcends typical celebrity dynamics. It is emotional, collective, and deeply personal for millions. That energy converged in one place at one time, and the result was inevitable. As the members finally exited the most crowded areas and moved toward their next destination, the intensity gradually subsided. The airport returned to its rhythm, but the echoes of the moment lingered. Clips continued to spread. Headlines continued to update. Discussions continued to grow. The physical chaos may have lasted minutes, but the digital aftermath will last far longer. BTS's safe return from Portugal to Korea marks more than the end of a trip. It signals a transition, a pause before whatever comes next. Fans are already reading between the lines, interpreting timing, location, and silence as clues. Is something coming? Is this calm before a major announcement, or simply a necessary return home? What is certain is that this arrival has once again demonstrated BTS's unmatched presence. Even without intention, they shape narratives. Even without words, they communicate. Even without stages, they perform in the most profound sense by existing as themselves in the public eye. Incheon Airport on that day was not just a transit hub. It was a mirror reflecting the scale of BTS's global impact, a place where relief, excitement, concern, pride, and chaos collided in real time. And at the center of it all were 7 individuals who had just completed a long flight, stepping back onto familiar ground, carrying with them the weight of millions of eyes and hearts. As fans continue to analyze footage, share reactions, and await what comes next, one message remains constant across languages and borders: BTS arrived safely. And sometimes, that simple fact is powerful enough to shake an entire airport, a country, and the world.